Yeah, definitely.
Nice recovery.
Ice, why don't you sit in the sofa? We have to.
You'll sit next to me, Ice.
I want to sit next to me.
They have a long history, don't ask.
Okay.
Well, you got that.
Like arch enemy.
Yes, WMJ. One word.
X.
What's the start? They have Sonic Glass. Only they don't have
Go.
So Wouter is going to do an all-cup run on Master Grand Prix, Japanese version of SRX. He used to be Time Attack World Champion for a while, like 2 years back. And he's definitely the best player in Grand Prix mode. It's basically the same driving techniques, but of course then it's a single segment run, so you just have to make sure not to crash. And in time trial you pretty much wanna crash. And just avoid crashing 1 in 1,000 runs and get away with it. Had to get the death finish. What are you aiming for, roughly, on this track? Around 111 is good, yeah, I thought so. Silence, which
It's one of the hardest.
it's just a loop, but the CPU drives pretty fast here, so you cannot do any fancy diving.
Depends on the first lap if he gets bounced by enemies.
Actually,
you
you
can see.
can, but it's just not worth it. First lap here is key. You just need to be quick on reaction and dodge the CPU. There's 29 of them, so can get pretty tense.
And now Wouter's going for it. Oh,
Almost trolled. Yeah, it's pretty tense. It's got some nice anticipation going.
still
It looks good.
I think the only sad part of the game is no cockpit mode. That would have been amazing.
Oh, well, first place at least. But that was not what he was looking for, I think. A few too many CPU bumps. Yeah, that final bump there was 2 seconds lost.
So when you guys have time, would you mind telling us a little bit more of NLG?
Patrick?
NLG is a gaming organization starting in 2007. Basically, someone wanted to gather a few gamers, mainly from Europe, together to do competition runs of retro games. and I think the first time around we got like 40 people from France, Britain, Germany, Belgium, like all over main Europe,
And Australia, one.
and even from Australia and America, don't forget.
True.
The all legendary Drew Blomfield. And basically we just started to do competitions since 2007 annually. And it's been growing basically. And right now we actually swapped from competition mode to streaming mode. Since 2012 was our first attempt.
True.
Anything specific you want to know?
Yeah,
Good stuff.
how many times have you guys met before coming to ESA?
Actually, the first time I met Carol was at NLG 2007 at the airport. I got asked by my best friend to join for this tournament, and he said that Vincent van der Fluit, who is not here at the moment, but is playing Double Dash, and Carol, sitting next to me, was they were already waiting at the airport, and that's actually the first time I met him.
Well, now I meet him almost every day because we live in the same house. So. It's but yeah, we had like annual meetings every summer from 2007 onwards. I missed, I think, one, but usually it was held in Norway, one time in Holland. Basically, we're just getting together to play Nintendo games and organize tournaments in such a way that your prowess in all Nintendo games has to shine through. So you have to be like really good at all games to come out on top in those tournaments, and that's what we were doing before. And now we're just really picking our own specialization game and streaming that just for the marathon format. So. But we'll have those retro tournaments again in the future, I think, because it's pretty cool.
Oh yes.
Cool. Maybe we'll have some cool bonus games for the bonus stream.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Nice track, pretty dance.
This is a track where it can easily go wrong. The cylinder. And also I should say that we've pretty much been founded by Marius Ukelos, who's not here with us today. But he's Norwegian. He also donated this morning, I believe. And he's more or less the creative genius of the whole NLG thing. So he comes up with most of the challenges and stuff. Yeah. And he gives some pretty cool commentary, which we experienced last year. So shame he can't be here today.
So if the game lacks entertainment, you'll definitely fill it up.
Well, survived it. Good stuff. Guess that's the only tricky track in the first cup in terms of crashing.
Well, next one also kind of quick.
Yeah, I've never seen you crash it though. Well, let's not start now.
Definitely first.
Let's start now. Let's not start now, I mean.
There's only the jump to the rest
Yeah.
of the track. When you have Max next
You don't have... Does he have a mic?
Oh, he has a mic right now.
Just a second. So you can pick settings with this game for your engine. Alright. And when you have max acceleration, you can do a different playing style. You can do sliding. And when you slide, you gain a lot of speed, especially when you combine it with boosting. Oh shit. I cannot talk and play this game, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to focus in this game because it's about really split-second reactions.
So basically it's a setting at the character select. You can put your engine at maximum acceleration and you can do the drifting, or at all the way the other side you have super high speed but it takes way too long to get there. So all in all, this is probably the best setup for pretty much all tracks.
Yeah. So basically what happens is you're gliding, you're going faster, but you kind of need a setup to do glidings in the first place. And the wall can create that setup if there's not a corner to use.
But it's quite hard to master. Do it every corner.
But Bouter should really focus on surviving now, because this game is pretty unforgiving. If he crashes one more time, then you have to redo the entire cup and the run is pretty much dead. So just play it conservative now, which is kind of what I would do as well. Just, there's no way to completely ruin the run. But yeah, with those kind of speeds, it's not a game that you can really chat and play at the same time. It's just not that type of game. Well, he dodged the bullet, sort of.
Could you explain a little bit more about timing for racing games? I know you can actually be competitive with a PAL system with NTSC times, I think. Or how does that work?
But F-Zero X, well, you can talk now, I guess, briefly, and I'll, yeah.
Yeah, that's the game pretty much runs at. You need mic.
Okay. Just quickly.
The game pretty much runs at 50 frames a second for PAL and 60 frames per second for NTSC, and the game is pretty much identical for the rest, so it's a fifth, sixth of the speed. So you can convert the times between PAL and NTSC, but that does not account for the difference in difficulty and other things. So it's not completely fair to compare the times. But if you want to get an idea of what your time is on NTSC and vice versa, then you can convert.
So the in-game timer is pretty close.
Yeah, the timer is actually correct for according to real time, but so on PAL you would get a slower time.
So,
It's just like the first half, right? You multiply it by
yeah.
Okay.
So, well. Now he needs to continue again, so I guess if we have any specific questions we can ask Bouter at the end of a cup. Probably works best. Because then you have like a minute to chat. As you can see, the CPU are pretty hard to beat on this track. It's so straightforward. And he managed to get ahead. But still needs to be careful. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
And he's done.
And slowly we were getting into the more technical tracks with jumps and dives and stuff. But you'll see.
I bet that sliding like this in multiplayer is causing some extra effects. If you play this game multiplayer, you have like people sliding all over and everybody's like low health. And it's getting real tense on every corner. Who's gonna hit who, and it's very much a mind game.
Oh, looks like Wouter's confidence is restored. That's good. He's nailing this track so far. Look at him go. And we're done. That was cool. It's funny that some of the text is in English and some of it is in Japanese. That doesn't really make sense to me. Wow. CPU adamant on trolling. Wow. Nice improv still. Keep some speed. It's a massacre.
Enemies killing enemies. They're vultures.
They just don't want you to have an easy time. It's the marathon gods. They want to really put you to the test. Look at that guy. He just had to do it. Had to get in front. That was a persistent bugger, man. Yeah.
Pretty hard from the first time.
This is a cool track to watch. You do a dive and you land in a bottleneck of the course.
Nice dodging.
There you go. Yeah. I don't need to tell you how difficult this is, because it just looks difficult already, so... There we go. Nice. Good stuff.
little boost.
No, CPU boost.
Oh, kick off.
Yeah, I would have done that, I think. He was just asking for it.
Yeah. Go, and first place.
And we're gone. It is possible to leave the track like on most tracks and dive back, but the risk just doesn't add up towards getting a better time. Because yeah. This is a pretty interesting track as well. But
He's
you'll
not
see.
putting it on slide mode this time.
No, but he's still gonna do some dives, you'll see.
So we have another donation here, which is $100 from Gabriel Cortin, who says, "Okay, let's get this started. 10% of the goal for Fresse to rip his shirt off again on camera. Also, how much do I need to fork to get another of Fresse's shirts? Keep it up, guys. Xinua, I'm assuming he's the one who won the shirt last year."
I think $100.
Yeah, 100
Yeah.
bucks. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's 1/10 of the goal of having Fresse play Contra shirtless this year as well. Keep those donations coming.
Here we go. You see that Wouter's not actually happy with what he's doing, but to the uninformed it looks pretty impressive already, I think. But an expert will see that he actually did not get the most optimal landing in the dive there. Can go land with lots of more speed intact. That was pretty spot on in the final lap, I think. Little break again, so if you have any questions, then he's
Now's the time
Wouter's
to
your
ask
man now.
What's the top speed you've ever obtained in this game, Wouter?
It's capped at 3,000.
The top speed is capped at 3000 and it's pretty easy to reach on most tracks. In fact, there's a glitch that you can fly on every track in the game, so if you want to, you can get 3000 on every track.
Like, there's not a whole lot of cutscenes and stuff. Like, so is it like GoldenEye for the Japanese? Like, it's something you can summon. You need a summon.
Okay, very general question. Very general question.
And be quick. Maybe yes.
I play Japanese because it functions with the 64 disk drive expansion pack. Other than that, it's played exactly the same as the US version, NTSC.
What do you use the disk drive for?
There's a lot of extra functions. But for this run, the only difference is better music on Rainbow Road.
Okay.
Yeah. That is a good reason. It's actually the MK64 Rainbow Road soundtrack remixed in F-Zero style. And it's already a pretty good tune, but in F-Zero style it's even better. This is the hardest cup and this is one of the hardest tracks. You have to dive actually at a section maybe 2 cars wide, maybe 1.5 even, I don't know. It's just really thin, you'll see. Didn't get the dive in the first lap, but he'll get it in the next. There are actually CPUs falling off on this track. Usually. No. Once you're dead in this game.
It's not like Mario Kart.
That was excellent. Oh. Sparks are flying.
Now, as we
Look.
enter the final lap, we can see some interesting.
You saw a CPU pictograms fading away. That means they're dead.
Yeah, there's only 12 remaining.
You'll see it again soon, I guess. Actually, they all survived in lap 3.
Just watch it.
Nah, Wouter's too fast for them. They didn't even make the jump. Yeah, well done. So 12 out of the... No?
30.
Yeah, 30, but... So 29 CPU and... let's see, and there's a random track generator in this game as well, the X-Cup. Sometimes you get a track that the CPU cannot survive at all, so they just crash off all in the same corner.
It's pretty fun to watch.
That's fun to watch, because then you get a fireworks display. I remember back in the days with N64 magazine, there was actually a challenge who could get the X-Cup track that had the fastest all death rate. So sometimes you get a track where the first corner is already a dead corner, and then I think the record was like 0 CPU left after 8 seconds in the end, which is pretty funny.
What's it like in the English magazine?
Yeah, N64 magazine, the English one, yeah.
They actually organized quite some mini tournaments back in the days. I think they did Lylat Wars, GoldenEye, Banjo-Kazooie, some other sub game, Wave Race as well.
Yeah, Wave Race, defo.
And also
Nice.
a big challenging.
Good stuff.
Also put like a big challenging where they have just put up like 25 games with each a certain goal, and if you completed like a particular amount, you can get like bronze, silver, gold, or platinum certificate.
The hardest
They don't
track of
do
the
it
game is
anymore,
coming
but
up.
back in the days it was pretty high. Many people entered. You remember? We all were.
It's actually possible to skip the entire looping here, but it's you have to thread a needle to do it, so he's not going for it, and I cannot blame him. All right, we got those. So this is a safe strat, just for clarification. It's a super safe strat even according to him, yeah. Sure. You can also do a dive here, yeah, but then you don't even see the track where you're supposed to land, so it's... Yeah, this game is pretty crazy. So as you'll see, there's still, again, 17 CPU drivers left out of the 30. So. Yep, well done. No death. More space flying coming up. Nice. You can tell that the gliding makes you go a lot faster.
I picked the wrong track if I would do that.
Yeah, and if you pick the wrong track to land on, you just fall through, because you're not supposed to go there. So you can't do a cheeky shortcut.
You have to touch a certain checkpoint first before the...
You gotta go through checkpoints to land where you can land.
Exactly.
Good stuff. So after a rocky start in Port Town, I think it's going pretty solid now. So this is another roller coaster. This is literally a roller coaster ride. This track with the half pipe. Yeah, there's. It's either complete YOLO or safe. I think he's going for safe, to be honest.
Some CPU wanted to go YOLO style.
Yeah.
Didn't quite work out.
But even the safe jet looks pretty spectacular, in my opinion. If you... you can get extra speed by... If you do all the dives, then you would have been finished already.
Yeah, like Daniel Zia was doing multiplayer mode. Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna go back on the track because I was waiting for him. They all went fly mode eventually. So one more to go for this.
Yeah, Mutually 3. There's a glitch in this track. You're supposed to use the jump bars that, for a flying setup, so you can get those dives, but if you exceed a certain speed, then the jump bar often does not generate a jump, which is problematic, because then you just smash through at 2000 kilometers an hour and just fly off. So it's a bit of a problematic track, this one. And the glitch is like, I mean, 80% penetrance at some point, I think, at some speed. So. Yeah, there it happened. It happened and he was playing slow, so it's just a really annoying track that way. We got those. Yeah, that was cool. So this cup is over as well. No deaths.
So any questions? Now's the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you speedrun any other games?
Other than this game, I speedrun the SNES version of F-Zero. On the ESA, we're later going to do a Wipeout 64 run. Yeah, I speedrun a lot of games. Recently, I've done a Shadow Man run and Penny Racers, Extreme G, Ridge Racer Type 4.
San Francisco Rush.
San Francisco Rush.
So,
Oh,
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
A lot of racing games.
A lot of racing games.
And most of those are up on SDA, I
And
think.
most of those are actually up on SDA, so you can check it out and download it, whatever.
Just pass on the mic.
Yeah. KVD.
Meridian.
Seraph. Tingle.
I'm Edenol.
Admiral Smith. I'm going to be playing GoldenEye later.
Tim's
You
playing
had to
Sonic.
add it up.
Yeah. GoldenEye hype.
Floor. Susie. Bangera, I'll be playing Kirby's Dream Land after this.
Nobody.
Now you get to hear the Rainbow Road
And
soundtrack.
I need coffee.
This is why he's playing the DD version. So for your Mario Kart lovers out there, you'll recognize the tune.
Pete would have goosebumps with this tune.
Now, speaking of Pete, where is he?
Pete,
I haven't seen him all
you're out
day.
there, hearing us. Please come home.
Yeah.
Exactly. Pete and Doke is gonna do an any percentage Donkey Kong Country return run later today. He's been practicing like crazy and he's really hype about it. It's an awesome game on the Wii and it's awesome to watch as well. It's hard, but I guess once you know exactly what to do, you can actually quite speedrun it.
Oh,
But you have to
my
know
heart
exactly
skipped
the
a beat
timings of
there.
the enemies,
Jeez.
barrels and stuff, and other level mechanisms.
Jeez Louise, that was Jolo style.
But that's gonna be one of a major highlight game of, on ASA.
I think it deserves an applause after this one. Holy cow. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Now for a track that's a little less risky. Finally you can... This is one of those tracks where you can take risk, but it's just so... it's so insignificant that and the success rate is so low that it's just not worth bothering with it. Unless you're playing time trial on one specific track. Alright, man. This is Space Plant, I think, is it? Yeah, so you kinda need a rail glide right from the start, but sometimes the CPU is actually driving on or next to the rail and then you cannot get a lift off. And he couldn't. This actually wasn't CPU induced, but I think you were scared anyway. But at least in the next laps you can build it yourself pretty easily. But this is one of those tracks where death lies in every corner, potentially. Oh snap.
2500.
Nice. Nice stuff. It's probably the biggest breakneck speeds he reaches in the entire run, I think. And for the death finish. Yeah. Yeah, it deserves an applause. It is one of the most spectacular tracks to watch, that one. But I can imagine it's a bit unnerving for the runner though. You're getting bounced around like a ragdoll. So yeah, if any of the F-Zero guys are watching, shoutouts. Perhaps Daniel was watching, or Ben Allen, for example. Or Tim Butner. Who else could be watching? Calavide Cool, of course. He's probably watching, I would hazard a guess. Hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. Apart from the first cup, where we distracted Wouter with some questions, everything after that went pretty alright, thankfully. So it's still turned into a decent run, although we still have some tracks to go. Of course. Two more I think, yeah. Two more tracks. One track he had a miraculous recovery last year at NLG, where he just already crashed and floated back through from underneath the track.
Oh, this one.
So it was like a resurrection live. That was pretty cool. But let's hope it doesn't get to that this time. Actually missed the zipper because of the CPU push, so we cannot do the fly in lap 1. But you'll see the move in the next lap though. Here we go. It just doesn't look comfortable no matter what way you do it.
Wasn't it he was trying to hit the wall and then actually went airborne? Or was it intended to go like this?
And it was intended to go like this, I think, but just a bit lower than he wanted it, I guess. Yeah, that's what you want. Looked a bit cleaner there. Maybe even slower, but just safer. Yeah. So actually the cut in lap 2 was better, but it was also on the borderline of crashing, so... And we're off. The final track coming up, Big Hand. Which is... It's interesting in multiplayer definitely, because you can push each other off everywhere. And it can be a troll track if there's plates of ice where you cannot really steer without crashing. The ace part on lap 1 is hard, because then if you bump into a CPU, it could be a crash. But the rest of the track is a bit anticlimactic, climactic, I should say, because well, you cannot do any of the crazy air dives and stuff.
Oh, you got
Just
a
driving around.
CPU boost there.
Well, you got some kills. That's pretty cool. A quadruple kill. I can never resist the urge to just go on a killing spree here. Screw time attack. Just push them off.
Let's try to kill them all on this track before finishing.
Nice.
Another boost.
Thanks a lot. Alright, we're good. Oh. Thank God it didn't happen. Just when you think he's in the clear, you almost just to screw it up. That would have been quite tragic. But he pulled through. That was by no means easy. Like with many runs, he's making it look easier than it is. Well, he's not always making it look easy, I gotta admit. Time is coming up pretty soon, by the way.
I don't know.
Yeah. And we're there. Yeah. Well, congrats Wouter on a decent run. Some pretty spectacular bits. Yeah. So if you want to comment any further, then.
So pretty okay run overall, I think. Only port time was a bit of trouble. I really have to concentrate and focus for this game. Most of the strats I've used for this are really playing on the safe side and not taking too much risk. But this is really a game where you have to balance it out, going fast and taking risks and speed, and then not going overboard with it. So I hope you enjoyed it all, and I certainly had fun preparing this run and doing it. There's not really an active competition for doing an all cups run like I did now. So, my PR is 44 minutes, I think in 10 seconds or something. So I think I'm like 2 minutes slower now because I crashed on Port Town. It cost a lot of time. And on time attack, the strategies are completely different. So that's a different ball game. But yeah, the competition is not really that active for all cups.